Nobody told the North.
Nobody told the North.
It had to stay up north.
Nobody told the outlaw
what his blood was worth. I came from frost and fire, landed in the dust. Same gods, different sky, same iron, same rust. They drew the maps, we never asked permission. We wrote before the ink was dry on their religion. You hear that sound between the thunder and the grave? That's every ancestor who refused to be a slave. Woods wore spurs and rode into the sun. Odin loaded up and cocked the smoking gun. Valhalla's got a porch, and the porch has got a view. And the view looks like everything they said you couldn't do. Couldn't do. Said you couldn't watch. My grandmother sang runes into the winter dark. My grandfather burned crosses just to light the spark. Neither one apologized for taking up the space. Neither one forgot where they came from in the first place. They told us pick a side, North or Southern, Old World or New, Pagan or Christian, Viking or Cowboy. We are the answer to a question nobody thought to ask. Has got a view, and the view looks like everything they said you couldn't do. Everything. Every single thing. Watch us! For those who didn't make it, wolfskin on the chair where my grandfather used to sit. He never talked about the sea, I never asked him. Now I'm sitting in his silence, trying to fit. The frost still finds me even in the August heat. Word don't care about the summer or the street. Some men pray to gods with golden faces. Mine left marks on stones in frozen places. Whiskey for the living, wolfskin for the dead. The same blood runs through burning hands that built and broke and bled. Scar to every broken road, scar to every scar. That's the men we are. That's the men. Always were. That's the men. My son asked me once why I talk to the sky. I told him some questions don't need a reply. Some things you just carry the way stone carries cold. Some stories don't sweeten, no matter how. Eye for wisdom. My grandfather gave his silence. I'm still figuring out what I owe. Whiskey for the living, wolfskin for the dead. The same blood runs through burning hands that built and broke and bled. Scar to every broken road, scar to every scar. Whiskey and wolfskin, that's the men we are. Always were, always will be. We don't ask for passage, we don't knock on doors. We've been riding since before they drew these lines on floors. Half the blood is northern, half is red clay south. Same fire in the belly, same defiance in the mouth. They built their fences thinking fences last. Outlaw riders don't read signs, they just ride past. Ekemeki mother, I am not their man. Never was, never will be, never in their plan. Riders of the Outlaw, nobody owns the wind. Riders of the Outlaw, where we end us, where we begin. Frost in the morning, dust by noon. Riders of the Outlaw, coming for you soon. Coming for you soon. Coming for you soon. Old Gunnar sold his farm and bought a one-way ticket south. Said the fjords were beautiful, but beauty feeds no mouth. Landed in Texarkana with a knife and a name. Died in Amarillo, but he died without shame. His granddaughter rides Harleys through the Panhandle plains. Got runes on her knuckles and red dirt in her veins. That's us, that's us. Every outlaw needs a law worth breaking. Every Viking needs a sea worth taking. Every country road leads somewhere frozen. Every frozen road leads somewhere chosen. Riders of the Outlaw, nobody owns the wind. Riders of the Outlaw, where we end us, where we begin. Frost in the morning, dust by noon. Riders of the Noir, come coming for you soon. We rode before the maps. We're right after the maps are gone. We rode before the maps. We're right after the maps are gone. She draws the bones across the frozen ground. 3 marks for what was, 3 for what was found. I don't speak the language, but my hands do. Something older than my name is coming through. The fire reads different at this hour of night. Some truths only surface when you kill the light. Runar munto finna, the runes will find you first. Before the blessing always comes the thirst. The oracle speaks in bone and ash. What the fire keeps, the water has. No man escapes what the runes have read. The oracle walks between the quick and dead. She always knew. We always knew. Listen. Of stones and teeth, never explained it. Kept it underneath the floorboard by the window facing east. Said some knowledge feeds you like a beast. I found the pouch after she was gone. I kept it, didn't open it for years. Then one winter night the stones arranged themselves. Sees it now. Skuld already knows how this ends. The oracle doesn't judge, doesn't warn, doesn't save. She just reads. The oracle speaks in bone and ash. What the fire keeps, the water has. No man escapes what the runes have read. The oracle walks between the quick and dead. She always knew. We always knew. The oracle speaks in bone and ash. What the fire keeps, the water has. No man escapes what the runes have read. The oracle walks between the quick and dead. She always knew. We always knew. Bone and ash. The gallows tree grows everywhere you plant it, in courthouse yards and in the frozen north. Men who built it always act surprised when the wind turns and carries something forth. Long ago they called him God of the Hanged. Odin bought his wisdom with a rope. Down here, we just call it justice. Same tree, same wind, same rope. Every gallows has a story going up. Every gallows wind has one coming down. Gallows wind blow easy, gallows wind blow free. Every man who ever hung there hung for something he believed. Gallows wind keep turning, gallows wind keep time. Some men die for what they're given, some men die for what is mine. Mine, 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 mine's mine. Mine, mine's mine. Old life came down from Bergen in the winter of his year. Said the fjords were just as cold as southern jails. Said a rope is just a rope in any language. Said the wind don't care about your tales. He died in Lubbock on a Tuesday. Nobody came except the wind. I was there because somebody had to be. He smiled like a man who'd always win. He won. They don't understand that. He won. There is no difference between a man who dies for Odin and a man who dies for land, and a man who dies for nothing, except that the last one is the most honest. Gallows wind blow easy, gallows wind blow free. Every man who ever hung there hung for something he believed. Gallows winds keep turning, gallows winds keep time. Some men die for what they're given, some men die for what is mine. For what is mine. Mine. For what is mine. Blow easy, blow easy. What the magic leaves behind is only what it must.
Sailor and dust, sailor and dust.
In the space between the living, everything adjusts. Adjusts, adjusts, adjusts. Adjust, adjust. burned his fields the year the drought came. Said he'd seen it in the smoke 3 weeks before. Neighbors called him crazy, called him damaged. He just nodded, never argued, never swore.
The next year all their fields burned too. He'd already moved on by then. Some knowledge costs too much to share. Some dust you let just settle where it lands. He knew.
He always knew.
Scyther. The vulva sits at the crossroads of 2 deserts. One frozen, one on fire. She doesn't choose between them. She reads them both.
She is both.
She is both.
She is both.